Subscribe, like, share. Thank you. With silver ripping to new all-time highs, one topic keeps popping up everywhere: confiscation. People are comparing today to 1933 when the US government confiscated gold. I want to slow this conversation down and look at this logically, not emotionally, because panic leads to bad decisions. Now I'm going to give you the short answer up front. No, silver confiscation is extremely unlikely, and I'm going to explain why. First, we need to clear something up. 1933 was not about precious metals. It was about gold backing the dollar. The US dollar was directly tied to gold. Citizens could redeem paper money for gold. The government needed gold to stabilize the currency system. Silver was not confiscated in 1933. Gold was targeted because it directly interfered with monetary policy. That system no longer exists. Silver is not a monetary threat today. This is the biggest reason confiscation doesn't make any sense. Silver today does not back the dollar. It does not threaten monetary policy, and it is not required to stabilize currency. If the government wanted to manipulate money supply, silver doesn't help them do that. Confiscation only happens when something threatens control. Silver just doesn't do that. The government doesn't need your silver. Let's be blunt. If the government wanted silver, they would just buy it from the miners. They would buy it from industrial suppliers. They would incentivize production, not seizure. Confiscating millions of small private holders would be inefficient, expensive, and it would create a massive legal and political backlash. It's probably the worst possible way to acquire silver. All right, let's think about this. Confiscation would be a legal nightmare. Things are a lot different today than they were back in 1933. And unlike 1933, today we have stronger property rights, massive private ownership, globalized markets, and digital paper trails. Trying to confiscate silver would require new laws, enforcement mechanisms, compensation structures, eternal coordination, all for a metal that doesn't solve any urgent government problem. It's just simply not worth the effort. Silver today is an industrial metal first. It's used in solar panels, electronics, medical applications, military tech. Confiscating retail silver would barely dent industrial demand. It would disrupt markets, and most of all, it would spook investors. Governments don't like chaos unless it's absolutely necessary, and this wouldn't help anything. Now here's the part that a lot of people often ignore. If government confiscated silver today, capital would flee instantly. Foreign investors would panic. Precious metal markets would explode, and black markets would just form overnight. In a digital global economy, trust is everything. Destroying trust over silver would cost far more than what it's worth. You want to know what I think people are feeling right now? Let's be honest about something, about what's happening. Prices are moving fast. People feel late. People are emotional, and fear is spreading faster than facts. Confiscation talk usually spikes when this type of thing happens. So you have rapid price increases, currency anxiety, and political uncertainty. That doesn't mean it's realistic. It means people are nervous. I think instead of worrying about confiscation, focus on why you own silver. Avoid panic buying or panic selling. Keep your stack reasonable. Stay informed, not alarmed. Silver has risks, but confiscation isn't one of the realistic ones. Could laws change in the future? Sure. Laws can always change, but policy follows incentives, and silver confiscation solves none of the government's real problems. Now look, nothing is truly impossible. I'll put silver confiscation right up there with alien invasions, Bigfoot, and the Loch Ness Monster. But that's exactly my point. Don't lose sleep over something that's technically possible, but extremely unlikely, even in the most extreme scenarios. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. But I really want to hear from you. Do you think silver confiscation is still possible? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments section below, and tell me why you think that can still happen. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.